So welcome. This is week 4 of our social media training course. This week we're going to talk a little bit about Facebook business pages, and then we're going to talk about some prospecting ideas on Facebook for not only for your business pages, but also for you personally. And we're going to take that idea that we talked about last week a little bit further, which is expanding your Facebook network outside of just your typical friends that you come across. Last week we talked about warming up some of those contacts that you've had made in the past, those connections you've made in the past that have been somewhat inactive due to the way Facebook behaves. So let's go ahead and hop in today, really focusing on the conversation aspect of this and knowing that it's a great thing to have good content going out on a frequent basis. It's a good thing for you to be using Soundboard to post healthy living content, but of course you have to be yourself. You have to talk to other people on these platforms. You've got to show that you're engaged in the conversation. So one of the things that a question that comes up frequently from Soundboard subscribers is, should I create a business page on Facebook? Or I have a Facebook business page that I haven't thought about in a long time. Should I be putting more energy back into it? So I've got a graph here to show you. This is the bad news. So this is regarding Facebook business pages. And this is all about how they have limited intentionally the reach of a Facebook business page because they finally figured out how to monetize this thing. So you can see before 2012, if you were launching a business, Facebook was the place to be because you could easily connect with new customers. You could easily keep current customers informed of what was going on, and you could easily attract new interest to your business. So you can see that if you had 1,000 likes and you made a post, 1,000 people would get that post served in their feed. Well, Facebook said, oh my goodness, all these businesses are massively profiting off of our platform, and we get zilch. So they, in February of 2013, we call it the like-ocalypse. Facebook drastically cut the reach of your organic reach on the business page. So this is going on 2 years ago, and it's still in this low percentage. So now if you have 10,000 likes on your business page, then when you make a post, approximately 100 to 200 people see it. So that's the bad news. But as we talked about last week, of course, the good news is, yes, the uptick has come in the form of your personal page. So you have a much further reach there in this season of downgrading on the business pages. So if you do not have a business page and you are considering starting one from the ground up, it is not worth your time or energy because you cannot get found unless you pay to boost your posts, okay? So you can still make up the difference here. You just have to do it with dollars now. And what you want to get this back up here, you got to pay for it. Even for people who've already liked your page, you have to pay to be seen by them. So this is a screenshot I took, I guess going on a month and a half ago, of the Healthy Living Soundboard Facebook page that we run. And so you can see at the time of this writing, the page had about 3,000 likes. So you can see what happens when you make an average organic post. So I made an announcement about the social media training that I had run. This is how many people got served the post. This was an article about sitting too much. This is how many people got served the post. This was another article. So this one actually caught on a little bit. So it had some shares and comments, so more people saw it. But then we paid $5, $10, $15 on these posts. So the dark orange is the paid promotion. The light orange is the organic promotion that came in its wake. So you can see, even though we had 3,000 likes, this one we probably paid the most for. It was an announcement about an Apple Watch giveaway. and we still barely cracked how many people have even liked the page when we had to pay, you know, 20 bucks for that. So my understanding is that for Juice Plus, you are not allowed to boost posts that mention products. If you're involved in a different company, you're doing different kind of sales, then you've just got to check your company's guidelines on what you are and are not allowed to pay to boost. Now, of course, you can boost posts all day long that don't mention product, but if you just got to decide how much that exposure is worth to you, because it's difficult to run e-commerce through a Facebook business page, because you also have to run it through your separate, you know, business page. So getting people to your page itself, and we can take a look at this. This is the Healthy Living Soundboard Facebook page. And so it's the same kind of story. You can see, you know, we boosted $5, $5, $7, $30. But when we don't boost, this is how many people see it. We're up to almost 4,000 likes on this page. So if your page is set up well for you to run commerce through it, then by all means, it's probably worth it for you to do this. But if it's not, and if it's just something that you feel obligated to have because you used to have it, or you've heard that it's a good idea, all that to say, it's not a good idea anymore. Don't waste your time, energy, or effort. All right, moving on to our audience. So let's think about now, again, the good news. Facebook is still an incredible platform for making connections, for getting in front of new audiences, for learning about your audience. So here's our cool prospecting tip, prospecting thought. And you're probably familiar with these groups because I know that you all are part of a group for your business page for the business school. But don't think of it in terms of just a place where you want to go and learn something. Think of these groups as potential warm markets where you can go and connect with people and contribute to conversations, start conversations, comment on other people's posts. Remember last week we talked about escaping your the top of your home feed bubble. Well, this is an incredible way to do it. So if you go to Facebook, let's search for a topic. All right, so let's just search for healthy eating. So when you make a search, of course, you're going to have your top recommendations, but come over here to groups. And you now have all of these groups that you can join. And since they have this many members, you know they're going to let you join. Somebody will clear you within an hour or less. But think of this healthy eating group here. I made this group to be used as a resource for people who are dieting or trying to eat healthy. Post healthy recipes, healthy snack ideas, funny memes related to food, ask advice. You have 61,586 people who've intentionally joined this group who are already interested in what you have to say about healthy eating. They're already a potential warm market because they have gone out of their way to join this group to learn more. You can join these groups all day long. You can post into these groups with soundboard content. You have something to say, and then if you take the time to comment on other people's posts, you are going to see the same thing reciprocated to you, and you are going to make new connections up, right, left, and down for people who are already interested in these things. So, you know, if you've got something particular that you are interested in, or something that you have experience with, you know, whatever it is related to healthy living, healthy eating, healthy cooking, whole food nutrition, you know, how to get more fruits and vegetables into your diet, anything like that that you already have some expertise on, you now have something to contribute here. And then, you know, it's pretty easy. So if you're on Soundboard, pretty easy to post into the group. So if we're in a, you know, a gluten-free group, here's an interesting article right here. Need to detox, 11 fresh ways to make everyday life a cleanse. That sounds like pretty good healthy eating stuff. All right, so remember we've put our most popular buttons here at the top. If you want all the buttons, we're going to hit the plus button and scroll down to the bottom. And our Facebook groups button is here. So we're going to share on Facebook groups that we're a part of. And when this widget comes up, we're going to share in a group. And so this is a healthy eating group that I had joined a while back. You paste in your suggested text, and now you are contributing to the conversation, but just check in on these groups and see what's going on and make comments on other people's posts. And you have done a lot in helping you. Let's go look at our groups here. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's go look at our groups that we're a member of. We'll go to groups. All right. So obviously a number of the groups that I'm in are Juice Plus related, so I don't need to be posting into those groups, but we've got the healthy eating group here that they joined, everybody's homemade gluten-free recipes, several things like that. So you can now contribute, add to the conversation, and you're off and running. That's what we try to do, Linda. We're trying to hit one out of the park here for you. Sorry, that's an American baseball analogy. What is a good comparable? I don't know how to play rugby or cricket or European soccer, football, excuse me. So sorry, I'm dying on the vine here for another comparable sports analogy. But anyway, you get the point that this is got it. This is, there you go, hit the back of the net. This is your, even it doesn't even have to be necessarily healthy living. I mean, if you're into climbing or skiing or anything like that, you can do that. But let's just even look. I've never actually looked for this. More veggies. Let's see what we can find here. More veggies groups. Look at this: fruits, veggies, herbs, and more. Well, these members don't have a ton of people, but if you do healthy food, this is a killer one right here. Check this out. Healthy food groups. On the front, on just the first ones that you see right here, you're looking at almost 200,000 potential new, as we call them, pre-customers. All right, people that you can connect with. And so again, you have the information that these people are looking for. You have the answer. They just don't know about Juice Plus or whatever particular healthy living minded company you are in. So incredible way to leverage yourself personally using your personal profile. Now, one cool tip I want to point out: if you are using a business page, continuing to use a business page, this is one thing that has done a lot in helping me with the Healthy Living Soundboard business page that I run for work. So one thing that you can do is we get interaction from people on our posts all the time who haven't yet liked the page. And so what you can do is you can go to any given post and you can see that almost 1,000 people have either given this a thumbs up or a like or a smiley face or whatever. So I click that and we have a lot of interesting names here. Got to tell you, we have definitely gone worldwide. But what you can do is you can see if somebody has liked the page already, it'll tell you that. But if they have not yet liked your page, you can go through. Now, there's no way to do this all at once, but you can invite all of these people to like your page, which would, if they choose to do so, will give you or give them the potential to see your stuff more frequently. Now, remember, with the way that Facebook behaves organically, it's not a guarantee, but it's a nice way to up the likes on your page and make some new connections that way. But keep in mind that you can't, as a business page, post into groups or represent yourself that way. So it's a little bit trickier as far as getting the word out, but I think this is a pretty helpful thing, just trying to get more attention to the page. So that's kind of the single greatest technique that I think that the business page offers in trying to grow your likes without spending more money. Now, as far as Facebook Insights go, with figuring out your demographics, we're going to talk next week about Twitter's analytics program, and I like it a lot better. It does provide more data about the preferences and the interests of your audience. But I still think this is, in general, something worth looking at, and it can tell you the age group and the gender of your fans. So clearly, my primary audience is the 25 to 54 female age bracket with some, a little bit on either end of the bell curve there. I guess you could really say 25 to 64. So that tells me a couple of major assumptions that I could safely make without being obnoxious. Assumption one is that I need to be talking about how moms can help properly, healthily feed their families in today's busy society. Ideas for helping your kids eat more fruits and vegetables. Ideas for eating the right way when you are pregnant or nursing. Those kinds of things are articles that I know are going to be hitting the mark on what my audience is probably interested in. Now, of course, you want to throw in fitness and business and those kinds of things too, but let's focus on women in the entrepreneur world. Let's focus on women's fitness, healthy fitness ideas during pregnancy, after pregnancy, women's fitness after age 55 or after age 65. Those kinds of things help give you a little bit of a determination on the topics that you want to be talking about. I wish that Facebook told you more. They know a lot more than they're telling us about you. I'm sure we would all be terrified if we actually knew all the things that Facebook knew about us. But the way you find this, you simply go to your insights. So whenever you're looking at your business page, go to your insights, and then you can take a look at people. And so it'll give you this bit of information. And, it can be interesting that it'll tell you where your people are coming from as well. So largely US, some Canada, some UK, some Australia, and then all across the world. So English, definitely don't need to be worrying about, putting posts up in other languages and things like that. So take a look at that. Of course, they don't offer you anything like this on your personal profile, which again, we'll talk more about next week. Twitter does a nice job even with your personal profile of offering that kind of information. So just a friendly reminder, I know we talked about it last week, but the big things about Facebook that you want to keep in mind, and in light of what we talked about tonight, which is making those new connections in those groups. You are doing a lot to raise the affinity score between you and some new people when you do that, when you comment on other people's posts. I think maybe early on in the trainings I said that a lot of us, our Facebook friend network has not changed much at all in the past couple of years, just because we get comfortable on the platform and the friend requests to kind of stop pouring in. But this is a great way to reactivate that and start making these new connections. Of course, with people that are all over the world, you don't know where these people are coming from when you're looking at these groups, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. So Lorraine may ask, which is better, a Facebook page or a Facebook group? Well, good. So as far as the groups go, Lorraine, I think it's good to post into these groups because you can be very specific with what you post. So depending on the group, post that topic. As far as posting through your own personal Facebook page, or excuse me, through your own profile, post the content that interests you, post the content that catches your attention. Just think in terms of that, because these, if you join a healthy food group, then you're not going to post a fitness article in there. You're not going to post an article about growing your business. So just think in terms of each one of these groups. You want to go out and search for groups by topic, any and all topics that you can think of, because again, you all have something to contribute that is positive and encouraging, and it's not in any way, shape, or form going to be making false promises. What you all offer is really one of the best things going, because it's just more fruits and veggies, and that's great, and that's what people need to know. Okay, so Linda says you tried what you taught us last week. It has really helped. Don't feel as brain dead as I did when posting. Very good. So yes, if you haven't signed up for Soundboard, this is what I'll just show you real quick. If you haven't signed up, what we offer is access to content so that you don't have to spend time digging for content. You get a sign in, you get a login, and all of these articles are just sitting here, and they can be shared across multiple social media platforms. So, of course, Facebook, Twitter. Buffer, something we're going to talk about on class 6. But you can share this content. These are, this is an article about, I didn't even see the headline, 10 signs your gut needs a makeover, nutritional therapist. And so the article's here, you can check it out. And then we've got suggested text that accompanies the post. If you don't like it, you can change it. You can use this if you want to, you don't have to, but we're not only giving you the article to post, but we're giving you what to say, and then you can, post it to all of these various platforms. And we'll talk about these on week 6. They will make your life even easier because they let you schedule stuff out ahead of time. All the platforms or all the plans come with a 10-day free trial, and so here's where you sign up. It's just juiceplus.vip. As Linda said, it's a small subscription fee. We have a $5, a $10, or $15 a month plan, but that's US, and so in pounds, it's less than that. I know the pound is very strong. So I would encourage you to sign up for that. Linda asked no Instagram. Okay, so we'll talk more about how to use Instagram well week 6, but I will show you this real quick. There is no share to Instagram button because of the way that Instagram built their platform. It's a very closed system, but there's a way around that where we do create images and offer images on the soundboard, because we know people do really well on Instagram. So if you search for image only, we've got some stuff that we create in-house, as well as, I don't know if y'all are as familiar with it. In the US, one of the NMDs, her name is Julie Herbst, built a site called missiondrivenmodel.info. And they offer lots of resources, and she's given us permission to put her resources on here as well. So they make a lot of good-looking graphics. So Project Green is a big March thing. We're getting ready to put up some April stuff, which is Project Fitness. But we create all this stuff in-house. But basically what you do is you save these images to your phone when you're signed into Soundboard via mobile device, and then you can have them in your camera roll to post to Instagram like that. And that gets us around the fact that Instagram doesn't have a button, because they don't want you sharing stuff from the web. So you can just click on the image here when you're looking at it on your mobile device and save it to your phone and then post it, and it works great. Yeah. Okay. Well, I want to stick to our half hour. So next week, let's see. Yep, this is week 4. So next week, I hope to see you all in Anaheim if anyone's going to be there. But we will have our Tuesday evening class as normal, and then I'll be in Anaheim, and then the following week we'll wrap up. And then we also are making a big announcement in Anaheim, which I will bring back. And if you haven't heard it by then, I'll share with us on our final class. And we're really, really excited about that. So thanks for joining, everybody. Always appreciate all the good questions. Okay, very good. Anybody else have any thoughts, comments, questions? Okie dokie. Well, Linda, I will send you the video here momentarily. Okay, but Lorraine, thank you for joining. Y'all have a great Easter week.